Hi guys, in this video I'll be sharing my investment portfolio. But first a little bit about me. I'm turning 21 years old this year. I live in Singapore. I just finished my NS, National Service, and I'm entering university in a couple of months. Regarding my investment journey, I've started investing in November of 2024. And my goal with investing is to reach financial independence as early as possible. And one of my goals is to travel the world. Now, I use Stocks Cafe to track my portfolio. It is a solid portfolio tracker founded by a fellow Singaporean. Now, the advantage of using Stocks Cafe to track my portfolio is that it will account for the transaction fees that you pay to the broker and also accounts for any foreign exchange losses so that I have a more accurate view of my profit and losses. For example, in the brokers that I use, like Moomoo and Interactive Brokers, the profit and loss are actually a lot higher than what it actually should be. And Stocks Cafe helps me with a more accurate view, taking into account transaction fees and the foreign exchange losses. Let's take a look at my Moomoo portfolio. When I first started investing, I was using Moomoo because it had an attractive new user sign up promo and it was also fairly easy to use. Now, if we take a look at the Momo portfolio, it has a current net worth Singapore dollars of $10,143. If we dive into the first table, we can see that in US dollars, the current value is $7,453. Overall profit and loss is in the positive of 97 USD. However, if we look at the second row, in Singapore dollars, the current value is 9,554 Sing, with the overall profit and loss being a negative $402. We can take a look at why this is so in the second table. You can see that the current cost of the portfolio in USD is $7,367. So this is the amount that I put in USD. And the current value of the portfolio is 7,453 USD. When you convert it to SGD, the current cost becomes 9,972 Sing, with the current value of the portfolio being 9,554 Sing. Now, the second reason is that the current cost in the portfolio includes fees, all the transaction fees that I have paid to Momo, the broker. Hence, why the current cost in the Sing dollar is higher than expected, higher than the current value in Sing dollar. Hence, the portfolio is actually at a loss converting back to Sing dollar. Now let's take a look at the stock holdings in the portfolio. There are a current total of 8 open positions, 2 of which are ETFs, one of which is VOO, currently up a small amount of $3.81. The second ETF is the Schwab US Large Cap Growth ETF, stock ticker SCHG. I'm currently down on this holding at negative $31. Now let's take a look at the other 6 holdings. I think they are all high quality companies that I will be looking to keep. First of which is Visa, up a small amount of $15. I think it is a high quality company with a monopolistic moat, and I actually bought more during a recent dip, just that it is not in this portfolio but in the Interactive Brokers portfolio. The second stock that I'm holding is S&P Global, currently down $27 on it with an average price of 528. The third holding is Nvidia, currently up $91 on it with an average price of 121, and it last closed at 144. The fourth holding is Alphabet or Google. Currently I'm down $81 on Alphabet. I bought in at the share price of 186 and it last closed at 175. The fifth holding is Microsoft, with a profit currently of $206 on it. I bought in at the average price of 409 USD, and it last closed at 478. The last holding is Amazon, currently down $89 on Amazon, with a average price that I bought in at 227 and is currently trading at 214. Overall, this portfolio has not gained much. The stocks and ETFs were mostly bought in the end of 2024, and all the stocks are still recovering from the tariff news and the market crash in April. It currently has a net worth of Sing dollar $6,575. The current cost in USD is 4,502, with a current value in USD of $5,031. Converting to Sing dollar, the cost is Sing dollar 5,869, with a current value of Sing dollar 6,449, leading to a current profit of $582 Singapore dollars. There are currently 3 stock holdings in the Interactive Brokers portfolio, first of which is stock ticker CSPX, the Ireland domicile ETF that tracks the S&P 500 index. I bought in during the tariff market crash in the US, and currently I am up $279 on CSPX. The second stock holding that I have is Alphabet, currently at a profit of $241 on Alphabet. I bought in during the tariff market crash at an average price of 157, which is an absolute steal for this company. The third and newest stock holding in my portfolio is Visa. It is a recent buy during the dip in Visa stock, and I'm currently up $8.49 on Visa. The second reason that I am buying stocks on this separate portfolio is that IBKR charges lower transaction fees and also has a better foreign currency spread. Hence, my cost of buying these stocks will be lower. Next, an overall view of my current net worth. I have around $11,000 parked in chocolate finance, earning a 3% per annum interest that is credited daily. I have another $2,000 cash in my DBS bank account for more liquid spending. And next will be the investing portfolio. Across Momo and Interactive Brokers, I have a total of 16,724 Sing dollars. This brings my current total net worth at 29,724 Sing dollars. Going forward, my investing philosophy will consist of 3 parts. First, I am a believer in investing in a broad-based diversified index fund like the S&P 500. I currently don't have a regular income because I am a student. Hence, I will be saving up cash and I will be buying up any dips like the tariff market crash to build up my portfolio of the index fund. Next, I will be looking into investing into quality companies. Of course, this will entail doing research into their company's characteristics and fundamentals, like looking if they have been profitable, whether they will be expected to grow revenue and earnings in the future, whether they are in a growing market with increasing demand, or whether they have a durable moat that gives them pricing power for the long run. The next thing that I'm looking at is trading options for some income on the side. I have recently earned a small amount from selling puts on some companies, but I am still new to this and still learning a lot along the way. With that, that's all for the end of this video, and I look forward to sharing more of my investing journey and learnings with you along the way.